Hi, so I just wanted to talk a little bit more about why I think black people should not have children by white people. And right now, I'm just really focusing on black men not having children by white women because a lot of the times these children are not being raised by both parents. These children are being raised solely by white women. And we can't expect these white women to let go of all their white supremacist views and feelings just because they have a half black child. A lot of these white women that have black children will still hold on to their white supremacist views and try to say things like, oh, I'm going to raise my child as a white child, which the idea might come up as something that they feel that's good about, that they feel like that they're somehow saving their child from being black in America. But just because you want to slap a white label on a mixed child does not make that child not black, because in America that child is black. And we have there's situations where you'll have this white woman that's raising a black child, and that's racist. She can be extreme racist, and I've seen situations where the mom will call the child the N word. If they will get upset and they will call that child the N word, and now you have a situation where that child's own mother is racist against him, and that we're building children with no self-esteem, no self-worth when we do that. Even if the mother isn't racist, which I don't, let me just say, I do not believe that any white person in America is not a white supremacist. If you are white, you are a white supremacist, because we live in a situation where that's ran by white supremacist terrorists, and that's just the fact of it. We can ask, you can even ask these white women if they would give up their white privilege just to make a world better for their child to live in, and I guarantee you they wouldn't do it. So now we're giving these white women, our black men, our next generation of black men are going to be raised by white women. And can you imagine the psyche of these black men? They're going to be horrible, because they're going to have no self-esteem, no self-worth, and no idea what it is to live as a black man in America, in a racist, white supremacist, terrorist ran nation, is where these children are going to be faced as adults. Not even as adults, from as soon as they step in school, and sometimes even before they go to school, because they have to deal with these relatives that are racist and that are white supremacists, and that they sometimes move these children to rural areas where there's Confederate flags flying. And it's just, white women cannot raise black men. And regardless of what they say, whether they're trying to say that they're not racist, they're white supremacists, and they're not teaching these kids how to be black men. For the most part, they'll teach them how to be stereotypical black men. And these are the women that want to think that they're, indulging themselves and throwing themselves into the black culture. Black American culture is not black American culture. That is not our culture. That's a culture that white supremacists assign to us. And so they'll dress their kids in baggy pants and Jordans and, the stereotypical black men. And that's what a lot of the white women that wants to consider themselves open to the black culture, that's what they will raise these black men to be, stereotypical, and they will still have low self-esteem, low self-worth. A lot of them will not ever have stepped into an area where there is black people, so they will have fear of black people, even though they are considered to white America as black men. They will have fear of going into any area that is not predominantly white. And so when we're allowing these white women to raise our black men to fear themselves, it's ridiculous. And this is something that we have control over, and this is something that we can put a stop to, if we just realize what we're doing, and realize that you're not limiting yourself by not having children with them. If you want to have a child and you're in an interracial relationship, then adopt a child. You know, that's fine, because you're getting a child, get a child out of the foster care system, but don't contribute to the problem by having a child by a white woman, because it's you're victimizing that child. You're throwing them into a worse situation that they're already in. You know, these children are already in a white supremacist terrorist nation, and they already have to deal with white supremacy, and they have to deal with being victimized by white supremacists. And so to have that child and throw them into a white supremacist family, you're just adding to the problem, and it's not benefiting that child. We really need to think about the children and think about what we're doing and really put some thought to it before we decide to do that. So yeah. So yeah, just like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.